Welcome back, YouTube. So today we are located out here in Common, Georgia. So today, as you take a look at the neighborhood right now that we're going to be showcasing this here particular property, it is a little tight in here for these homes. Right now, I think the lot size for this particular property that we're looking at is 1.18 acres. So we're going to take a look at this one here today. And we're going to be touring about 3,500 square feet of interior space. Okay, so you got a 2-car garage right here. You do have a large window there and tall doors. You got this neat little landscaping here. So I wanted you guys to take a look at this one. And this home was built in 2024, as I said, and it is a new construction. Here's our front door, very tall front doors. Okay, take a walk on the side here. All right, so it is very quiet out here. It's tight, but it's quiet. Okay, so as we turn around, there's our foyer light coming in. Okay, so coming into the home, you are not greeted by the stairs as you are with most tours that we take. I know some people dislike having the stairs greet you as you come in. So when you come into this home, you are greeted by this first room here, which could be used as a family room, dining room, or your primary entertainment area. Those are those large doors there, the large glass doors, very tall, lets in a ton of light. So you do have a nice deep ceiling effect up there as well. And you have this low hanging fixture right here too. So this fixture kind of limits what you can do here, because you probably will have to put a table or something here, so you're just not going to walk smack dab into that light. All right, but nonetheless, coming into the home right here to the right, our immediate right, we have a large coat closet. So it's a pretty sizable closet. I mean, this is pretty much a walk-in closet right here. Okay, the light's not working. Some things are still buttoning up in this here home. The doors are nice and sturdy too, they're pretty heavy. Although even though the home was built in 2024, I do find that quite interesting that they're still working on things, but they are. So this is your half bath right here. Okay. All right. Like I said, nice tall doors. And as I mentioned before, it is a little different. You're not greeted with the stairs when you come in, although you do have this fireplace right here. And there is a different look that the builder went with the brick on the fireplace mantle and on this wall here. So really this entire side of the room, so not just an accent wall, but this entire side of the room here has this nice brick finish. And then you have your fireplace here. Okay. And then those windows bringing in that light, and that's also brick on this side as well. So this room, when you walk in, and I noticed this when I saw the listing photos as well, when you walk in, it just gives that feel of, that cozy feel with the brick, okay? You do get a direct view out to your garages as well, and of course your neighbor's house, because like I said, we're a little close here. 0.1 acres is the lot size for this here particular home, and these are just some virtual staging rendering that they did here for different ideas and layouts that you can get with this here particular builder. Okay, and right here would be our kitchen area. So right here to the left would be where you'll have your refrigerator, and you also have your microwave here. I think we've seen one of those fancy microwaves with the flip down control panel at the top. And of course you have your island here in the center with your pendant fixtures. And over here to the right, we have, looks like it's just gonna be a large storage area. It could also double as a pantry, I'm assuming. Let me know what you guys would do with that space. Okay, so you do have your under counter recess for seating there as well. So you could seat along this island, which is always nice. All right, and this is a sharp microwave, but yeah, so these microwaves work like this. You just basically flip it down and you can control it here. You just flip it back up. It gives a nice clean look on the front. It's pretty neat. So straight ahead is your neighbor. It's kind of tight. And then this is your hood. It is fully integrated, not fully, but it is nicely integrated into the cabinets as well. So I'm sure these are probably soft close cabinets. Yeah, they're soft close cabinets. You do have a Wolf stainless steel stove and oven here. Wolf is a really good company when it comes to ranges and cooking appliances, and that's a 6-burner setup. I do like the nice long countertop right here, okay, with your backsplash as well, okay. You do not have a pot filler, so this home is not spec'd with a pot filler, and also that backsplash is a different color. It's a little bit of a darker gray, but it kind of blends in a little bit to me. But nonetheless, you do have that there. Then right over here to the right, you have your dishwasher, and then you got a little cubby cabinet right next to it, and you have your apron sink, your farmhouse sink, or whatever you would like to call it, there as well. Those are pretty popular too. So I wanted to bring a new construction onto the channel because I know it's been a second since we've seen one, because I know we've been looking at a lot of resales, and also what you could do with resales. And some of you guys may pull ideas from this new construction that you may want to upgrade in your own home as well, or things you may be looking for in your next purchase. So here we have the secondary entertainment area downstairs, okay? So it's basically split by the kitchen. So we got a nice coffered ceilings up here. We have a different ceiling design. So instead of just parallels, we have intersecting now for a more standard coffered ceiling design, okay? So then out back here, we have our entertainment area. We'll take a look at that in a second. That's the other rendering there. But the walls here, if you notice, are finished differently, okay? So the walls are finished differently. I do like the tone of the floors. It does contrast well in here. So the wall that's in here is what you're most commonly gonna see throughout the tour for the rest of this home right now. So it'll be this kind of color, but nonetheless, you have another fireplace here and another mantle to put your TV on. So you have a spot on both areas to do so, okay? And then that's just that view looking straight ahead. So like I stated before, sometimes you can get ideas from what builders are thinking or what they may think is popular as they're building these homes, and what you might want to do with your home. So, and with that being said, let's take a look out here. So this is the outdoor entertainment area. Very nice, large, paved area out here in the back. So of course the house sits on most of that lot size that I stated earlier. And you do have it partially covered out here. As we go out into the sunlight, you will see that this is a really nice stone fireplace out here, right? You can even also double this as a fire brick oven. And you have a nice trench drain here for drainage as well. So they did account for, hopefully if they did everything right, that your water would slope down and hit that drain. You won't have to pretty much deal with that. You do have a natural barrier here between you and your neighbor, okay? Created by shrubbery here on the bushes. And you have a very high retaining wall here as well. So some people may find that very, very nice because that can be a very private feature. Some may find it a little confining. And then here you have some of your, just, your yard here. So not a ton of yard to have to maintain, okay? And here's the back of the property as well. So like I said, very large paved area out here to be able to entertain on. I think that's something that can be very appealing for this property. And you do have a ceiling fan up here as well under your covered area. Although there are no exterior plumbing hookups out here. So that's something that you'll have to consider if you wanted to go full on outdoor kitchen entertaining. Okay, So as we enter back into the property in the nice cool air, because thankfully they got the air on today, we'll go ahead and take a look over here. So here we have our first bedroom of the home. This is a 5-bedroom, 5-bath property, okay? And so this overlooks the back here. That's a view of that nice stone fireplace. I do like that, it does look pretty good. It's a centerpiece of the backyard, okay? So you do have a tall base molding, but you don't have any up top either, okay? All right, so we'll go ahead and we're in here. So I believe that was the primary that we was just in, because this appears to be the primary bathroom. That's your standing shower. Okay, what's this door right here? Probably okay, yeah, so this is your linen closet. Okay. All right, okay. I'm not sure what's going on right here. Okay, so this is your vanity setup here. So coming in, you have a double vanity setup, which is fine. Okay, you got your nice chandelier in the middle. Well, the chandelier in the middle, and this window over the tub. They put the tub right in the middle of the two vanities. So it creates a physical barrier or feature. Here, I just don't know about the placement of it. It's really odd to me. Let me know what you guys think about having this tub like just literally smack dab right in the middle of the two vanities, okay? But they do have a 50-50 split. So you got your vanity here, and then you got your closet right here. So you got one half of your primary walk-in closet here, okay? And then straight ahead, you have your other closet. So it's a split, and then there's a water closet right here, okay? So that's where your toilet is. Like I said, very tall doors in this home, and they're hefty. You got some weight to them. And this is your second walk-in closet. Now this is a smaller closet. So it's not even, it's not 50-50 even, but it's a smaller closet in here, okay? So that's how they chose to set up the primary here. And then that's your vanity setup as well, okay? So not the most modern futuristic take, in my opinion here, for what I'm seeing, but it is obviously neatly done, being new construction. So it'll come out of there. So basically the primary is on the main, which is an appealing attribute for a lot of buyers. So coming over here, now you have your laundry room here with your nice full cabinets, a ton of storage space in here. Okay, you got your tile on the floor here, your connections. You got your mud room here, no coat hooks, but you do have the start of it, and it's white. You guys know how I feel about white mud rooms. Okay, and this is your 2-car garage out here. Okay, so nice, sizable garage. All right. Okay, so we'll come back in. What do you guys think so far? What do you think they're asking for this new property here located in Common, Georgia? Forsyth County. All right. So I just love this brick fireplace, this stone fireplace. It looks so good. That concludes the tour of the first floor. Now let's go ahead and take a look upstairs. So this is the view of the stairs coming up. So coming in the home, right? Let's say you're one of those people like, I don't like to see the stairs at all. Coming into the home, you don't see the stairs at all because they have them offset from the front door. So there's 2 walls that block it. So you got that initial wall when you come in, and then there's even another wall here. So you don't even see the stairs, they're tucked away. So you come up the stairs here. This is our view coming up. Does anything in this home stand out to you guys, really? That's another question I have. Does anything in your scream like, oh, I gotta have this house? There you got a small port window up here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and check out this room first. Now, this is another bedroom here, just another guest bedroom, and this seems to be a pretty sizable room. This room is bigger than the primary bedroom downstairs. So here you overlook the driveway, the 2-car garage below. Okay, and like I said, your neighbors, because it's kind of tight. All right, and this is your closet. But this is almost like, I would say, like a bonus room that they pretty much turned into that you can basically use as a bedroom. And there's a view of the rest of the subdivision there. I do like the garage doors on that house over there. And here's your countertop that they installed here with some cabinets, okay? And then this would be just more storage area. So yeah, basically this would be just kind of, basically this is just like a bonus room from my understanding. Now you do have, this is a bathroom. So you got your vanity here and this mirror. Y'all, I don't know how I feel about these mirrors though. But you got those here. And coming in, this is your flooring. Okay. And then you have, this is your toilet area, and then this is your shower. So this is like a Jack and Jill setup for this room. And there's another room right here over here. So this is a larger countertop here and vanity, okay? So here's another bedroom, a much smaller bedroom. So like I said, this would be more of a bedroom considering the size of the primary. And that room that we was just in would probably be like your bonus room or free room over garage. So this is the closet for this bedroom. Decent walk-in closet. There are double doors here. They're open straight up into the hallway as well. So you got plenty of access to this area. Okay, so this is where we came up the steps here. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look over here. So this is the third bedroom of the property. All right. So a little bit larger, although you do have the angle or the slope from the structure there of the building, of the home, okay? And then this has an ensuite bathroom. So you got your own shower here, full bathroom, okay? Different mirror in here, which I kind of like that. It's something different than just that flat mirror on the wall, all right? And here's the closet for this room. So this room had an ensuite bathroom and large closet. I mean, I can just, this is a true walk-in closet, okay? And then this over here is probably just, yeah, that's just extra attic storage, okay? It's hot in there. So coming out of here, what's this? Going right by this door. Oh, this is another closet. Oh, okay, interesting. So this is even more closet space with a light. Interesting, okay. All right. Okay, so this room is kind of weird. This room has like a vestibule or like a little lobby. So you walk in this opening here and then there's a door and then you access the room. Interesting. How y'all feel about that layout? All right, that's the door here. So this will be your upstairs linen closet. Like I said, I think it's a little over, I think it's right at 3,500 square feet. So this is the closet for the next bedroom. Decent walk-in closet as well, okay? And this is just a corner shot of that. No tray ceilings in here or vaulted ceilings, okay? All right. And this is your view out the back of the bedroom here. That's your neighbor up there. On the top of that fireplace. And then this is the other ensuite bathroom. So two of these bedrooms have their own bathroom, which can be very appealing with large showers. I mean, these showers gotta have sitting areas in them. So definitely not a small shower or a very small bathroom. Okay, that's nice. They did not go with a special mirror in there. They just went with the regular flat mirror. Okay, so that would conclude, if I'm not mistaken, our tour of upstairs. So let's get downstairs and talk numbers. I want to know what you guys think they're selling this house for, and if anything stood out to you, what was it? I'll see y'all downstairs in a second. All right, guys, so that concludes our tour of this here particular property listed in Cumming, Georgia. This is a new construction property built in 2024. So we toured this home top to bottom today, and I want to know your guys' thoughts. This is a new construction home that we've toured that we hadn't done recently on the channel, and I want to know your guys' thoughts on where this builder was going, because he definitely is a little bit different than what we're normally seeing, right? So we're seeing a lot of black and white themed homes, and this home definitely is different. It doesn't have a black and white as a base theme. Now there are whites in here and they're lighter colors, like the kitchen that I'm standing in right now, but nonetheless, he did opt to go for something a little different. Now, the lot size here is 0.18 acres. The house sits on most of that. There's not a lot of yard here to maintain, but the way that they did utilize and use the areas that the home is not sitting on was pretty well. I mean, you have a very large paved area right here in the back that I'm looking at right now. That looks really good. And it's neatly done. And there's a lot of potential out there because half of it's covered and half of it isn't. And also, with that being said, you're looking at about 3,500 square feet. That's what we toured here today. And I think they did what they could with it, for sure. There are some things that I would personally change, but nonetheless, I think this would fit a lot of people. And I think it's pretty cool too with the difference of design. So coming in, you have that brick room up front, or like almost like a brick family room that you walk directly into. You do have a very small vestibule area, or basically like a small entrance area before you enter into that first family room. But it's neat and very unique because they chose to go with brick on all four walls just in that area. And then further in, you come here to the kitchen, and then further, you have another family room with a completely different layout and wall style and design that coincides with the rest of the home. So definitely something different that you don't see every day. I must say that is nice to see, a little bit of a breath of fresh air, okay? And like I said, this is a 5-bedroom, 5-bath home. A few of those bedrooms upstairs had their own ensuite bathrooms. So that was also very unique as well. Although it is like I said earlier, it's kind of tight in here. You're kind of close to your neighbors. That may bother some people, and it may not bother a lot of buyers. So you also have this large retaining wall in the back that's quite high. Some may feel like that's kind of confining, and some people may feel like that's a good way to have privacy. So to each his own. That's the unique thing about real estate, is everyone's different and everyone has their likes and dislikes, but those things can sway the deal for sure. Okay, so this home's been on the market for around about 312 days. But a lot of that may have been when the lot itself was on the market, and the completion of the home is also, the building of the home is also factored into that time frame. So the erection and completion of the home may differ than the actual marketing of the lot itself. So that number could be a little misconstrued, but nonetheless, it's 312 days. But the question is, do we think this will sell quick? And also, do you think, did anything in this home particularly stand out to you? Did anything in here was like, oh, I gotta have it? I did think the primary down here with the split vanity with the tub in the middle is the first time I've ever seen that. I don't know if that'll be catchy or not, but hey, we'll see. What are they asking? So I wanted you guys' opinion on what you thought they're asking or listing this property for. They're listing it for $1,134,900 is the asking price for this here particular home. How do you guys feel about that price? Do you feel like they nailed it? And would you pay it? And if not, why? So without further ado, thank you guys for joining me today. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.